Got it working, eh? Good thing you put that tone on. That's handy when you're playing live. When you're just sitting around the house. Get whatever you want out of it.
Yeah. Professional clean.
Yeah, right. Holy, look at this thing. Okay, Glenn. This, you make, the only thing you don't make is the tuning pegs,
Yep.
eh?
Yeah.
Look at the weight of that thing.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, now, this nut.
Yeah.
What's so special about this nut?
Well, it's a whole different invention. It's like marrying the best of the zero fret and the regular nut.
Oh, yeah, right.
But it's the open closed string balance. Let's do this. You got the same relativity of overtones.
Right.
And very often certain materials will absorb different. And your open
Yeah.
closed string balance is not good.
Your open strings sound different than your
Yep.
fretted strings.
And they've got to sound exactly the same, except,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. Right. And I see it's just bolted on.
Yeah.
So if you ever want to replace it,
If you ever want to replace it, or if it wears in at any time and you want to increase the distance,
right on.
you just one pull.
What if a guy,
You just pull the nut off, and this has a sticky back,
yeah,
and you can just put that on there, put the nut on. They can actually do a complete new nut or fix a nut in between sets on a performance. Better get off there because you might scar your neck a little. But those things last forever. Like there's guys that have been playing these 25 years and they've got the original units on them.
now where do you get the fret wire from?
The fret wire is made by Cook Horton, or now it's polymetallurgical. Same fret wire that I've used right from Fury number 1.
Well, that's made to your specs?
No.
Fret wire, or is it a
No,
standard?
it's
is it one
a
of their
standard fret wire, but
standard
they've got about
products?
20 or 30 different types. And
Oh, okay. And this is the fret wire you've used right from the beginning?
yeah,
Since
made by the
first.
same company. They're made in the Attleboro, Massachusetts, a suburb of Boston. That's where it's manufactured in the entire American guitar industry until the Chinese started making it. The guy could buy cheap wire. The entire industry was using it. Now they're using cheap shit. Wears out in no time.
This is Powell Ferro. That's kind of a rosewood.
It's
figure
yeah,
work.
it's genetically related to rosewood, but 100 times better.
Okay.
I was the first guitar maker to use it. It's getting quite common in
Yeah,
the
you
industry
see
now.
it quite a bit.
Yeah.
No, I
But
see.
I started in 1987. I was the first guitar maker in the world to use it.
To use Powell Ferro.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Mhm.
1987.
Yeah.
Now I see that the truss rod's adjustable from the bottom.
Yeah, from the back.
But your truss rod is something special too,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
It's kind of a T-shaped thing.
No, it's
You showed it to me
it's
one
the
time.
linear. In fact, I actually held the original patent on it. I invented the linear system. It's copied worldwide now. But I actually invented that linear system. I was 19 years old when I invented that thing.
So the patent only lasts for so long. and
17 years.
Then it runs out and everybody can do it.
17 years and it's open domain. My patent just ran off on the tubes too, and the tubular pole pieces, and
Yeah, the pickups of the
yeah,
of the
and nobody's copied it yet. But give them time, they'll do it. Once they figure out how to make a cheap tube, that tubing is very expensive. It's high carbon.
well, there's a lot of other things about your pickups too that
yeah.
make the Fury outstanding.
Well, your clarity.
The sustain and clarity.
Yeah. Like the other thing too is we don't use a tiny little magnet. I get the magnets made right to specs for me. They're a ceramic 8A instead of a cheaper ceramic 5, and they're 1/16 of an inch bigger than anything else. There's far more magnet field there, and everything's bonded together. Like there's your coils. That's 9,000 turns of wire supporting itself. It's where you've driven the bolt pieces out. So
Oh, it's
there's no
nice.
movement in the coils, so there's nothing to squeal or slur a note out. And movement, all it has to do is move a millionth of an inch and it'll squeal on you or slur a note. Like a millionth of an inch.
Is that right, eh?
And vibration will move it a millionth of an inch. And
Wow.
so there's no vibration going on in the coil. And then all of the wiring coming out of the coil is bonded in, so at high volume levels there's no microphonics. The magnets are bonded in, and then when the pickup goes together and that pan goes on there,
Yeah.
there's a methylene chloride, it's called a resin bond. It's a mixture of methylene chloride and a resin, and it's injected on there, and you pull all those screws up, you can't pull that off. There's nothing on the pickup that can vibrate, so there's nothing that can mess up the sound.
Right.
Yeah.
So your control of your notes and your harmonics.
When
is,
you
is-
get feedback, it's not your pickup that's feeding, it's the
and your feedback.
relativity between the magnet field on your speaker and
The string of the
and
guitar.
the magnet on your guitar.
Oh, the
Yeah.
mag- oh, I see. Okay, great.
Mhm.
Okay, here's another special feature: the bridge and tailpiece.
Yeah.
Tell us about the brass and the,
Well,
the
brass
making
is,
of that.
is,
And the-
is 360. It's the percentages. It's 60-some% copper, 25 or some percent or 30% zinc, and 3.25% lead. And the copper gives it the beautiful harmonic sound. The zinc gives it the top end, but zinc gets harsh, and the lead works to damper the
Zinc.
yeah, to kind of marry the two, the very mellow and the very bright together. And it's basically a stabilizer.
Wow, so the metallurgy of that is really,
Yeah.
really critical, eh?
Oh,
really contributes.
yeah.
Contributes a lot to the.
Went through, I would imagine, I would guess probably 15, 20 types of brass and manufactured parts, and way back in the early years until we found the perfect brass, and I've used 360 and all the parts, like even the volume control knobs, everything is made of the same quality of brass. Little parts like that.
Yeah.
Your string crate right here.
This is.
It goes in there for your string crate. It's all made of 362.
Yeah, right. Okay, and that's mill rolled
No rolled,
as opposed to.
as opposed to die cast. When
Oh,
you
yeah.
die cast something, it's not dense.
Yeah.
When they mill roll it under thousands of tons of pressure,
Makes it denser.
it's dense. Yeah, like if you took a piece of cast brass that size,
Yeah.
like that, it would
Yeah.
weigh about half the weight.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
And
I see.
density is so important in
Yeah.
being able to contain harmonics, because remember, you're listening to harmonics that are going right through your entire spectrum of hearing and beyond. And if you can't get harmonics that can go beyond the human ear, you're not getting good tone, because you're not getting the ones that are still within hearing range. Yeah.
Right. Wow.
And these ones, instead of four bands of overtones,
Yeah.
these ones will produce like 12, and the Bandit with the floating bridge system will do 24, and that goes out of audibility. Your ear can't go past those ones.
Yeah. Right.
By that time, a bird will be falling out of a tree, or a bug will be going crazy with the frequency.
Yeah. Okay, now you got a special taper on your volume box.
Special taper, yeah.
That's still under the protection of patent.
It was never patented,
Oh, it never
but
was,
it's under the protection of exclusive, because it cost a lot of money to have Central Lab.
Okay.
I sent them the graph and to have them actually develop the manufacturing system, and that was in 1973. And it's under protection because there's our number on it, but nobody can order that control, because there's a suffix they have to attach, and nobody ever.
Oh, it's
every
like
time I order it, I give the
like
suffix.
a password.
It's a password, yeah.
Yeah. And what about the taper on the tone control?
Taper on the tone control is the same.
Okay.
These are now made by CGE, because CGE bought out Central Lab.
Okay.
And but they kept all of the technology for all of the special things that they make for various customers around the world. And so, along with the transfer of the company, went the transfer of this, so it's still protected. And these controls in here are CGE, the older Furies, until about 1986, I think, or no, about 1990, I guess, had Central Lab. These got CGE now.
Okay. And there's another Fury original,
What's that?
offsetting the tail pin so that the guitar's
Yeah.
balanced right.
And
Deep
then
cutaway adds a lot to the
undercutting it
comfort.
here, having a body where the body goes in
Yeah.
beyond the neck so that there's more freedom in the cutaway.
Right on.
Yeah, easier to play in the high registers.
Yeah, it's a beauty. Okay. Another thing I'd like to get into with you for the video here is how you can keep the price so low with your manufacturing. Like, that's really
Well,
amazing.
for
The
example-
guitar's worth twice
For example,
what you charge.
when we're making this part, a good example is when we're making this part right here. Used to take 7 minutes to manufacture that.
Yeah,
I have that super precision parting saw that I built now.
yeah,
That can part the blank, where you don't have to do any secondary machining, you don't have to do any profiling. And instead of drilling the 4 holes and having to do the countersink on each side, I got a saw bank made where that can be done. That part, minus the polishing and that per blade, but to manufacture that part now it takes about 1 minute and 15 seconds to manufacture. And they're done 16,
Excluding the plating.
16 at a time.
Yeah.
They're radius, they're turned to half turn, done 16 at a time. So that's where you get the price from.
so that you keep the price down by making it.
Yeah, because Fury costs more to manufacture than any other guitar out there.
Yeah.
Because we're using no rolled stuff and we're not stamping
Yeah.
with casting parts. We're
Yeah, right.
machining.
And you've
But
made,
it's a tool up. It's the tool up.
you make what, a couple hundred guitars a year,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
at least? And you made 7,000 in your career so
Well,
far.
back in the 70s, we were making, when I was a younger guy, we were making more than that. More than 1975, I think it was, 480.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Well, that's like 2 guitars a day.
Yeah.
If
And
you
I was
only-
doing it by himself. I didn't have anybody working.
And you're still doing it by yourself.
Still doing it by myself. Yeah, a guy slow you down. There's one guy I'm going to try, but there's only one guy I've ever had hired.
And he was allergic to everything
Yeah,
in
it
it.
sped me up, and the rest of them just slowed me down. And the only disadvantage is if I get sick, the company's closed until I'm back.
Yeah, right.
Oh, there's your thing. And the other thing too, I'm just going to get you to make up the warranty.
Okay, I'll make
So
up the warranty.
you don't-
Purchase date, 06, well, I haven't purchased it yet.
December, well, you put the purchase date down.
First the cash. Okay, here.
1, 2, 3, 4. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, you like them face up, okay,
Five,
I'll
I do.
deal them to you that way.
5.
How many's that?
6 of it. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
A grand.
11, 12, 13, 14. And I gotta give you some change.
Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute. You only got 14, now you got 15.
You don't have a $50 bill, do you? Where I can just give you change for $1.
I got 60,
60, okay.
or out of 14, take it out of 1460.
Yeah, 50, so you gotta give you
10,
10,
10 back.
10.30, isn't it?
Yeah, whatever, $10 is good enough.
10.30, 10,
That's a couple of bucks between buddies.
yeah. 10. You're a nickel ahead.
I'm a nickel ahead.
Okay, well, thank you, Terry. I'm
Oh, no, thank you.
very grateful that you choose a Fury, because there's lots of guitars out there.
Yeah, but this is, there was a number of reasons for it. First of all, I didn't even know anybody was making guitars in Canada before I even considered playing one. You know, all the time that Pete Traynor and Gar Gillies were establishing a bit of notoriety, you were right there too the whole time. So it's a historic thing
It's
for
never
me.
advertised or mass-produced enough to really get out there.
Yeah.
And that's what I wanted. You can't make guitars with a few hundred a day and make, perfect guitars all the time.
Yeah, right.
And
That's a perfect guitar, all right.
we're headed for, our goal has always been the really, really choosy player. the recording industry.
Yeah. Well, I got it because I wanted something different. And I think I got something different.